Well. I have contemplated whether or not I was going to comment on the Caleb Wilson matter because I have a lot of feelings about it. And I've seen a lot of videos, and I've actually sat in on some panels and gave my perspective. And first and foremost, my heart aches for that family because when I saw him, I'm thinking he could be my son, he could be my nephew. And I'm also a member of the D9, as you all know. But of all the things I've seen, this video from this young lady is what hit me the hardest. Take a look.
Like, this shit is so heinous. Like, and what is really, really bothering me above all, and I literally am going to try to get through this without tears. I remember being that age and wanting to join my organization because I had women in my life, my mother, my aunts, my childhood best friend's mother and cousin, people in my life who I looked up to and I aspired to be like. And I saw the leaders that they were in their community. And that was why I wanted to be a Zeta. And to know that somebody impacted Caleb's life. He saw somebody, whether that was before he got to the school or when he got to the school, that touched his life and inspired him. And he said, I want to be an Omega. And those men took his life.
That got me because I think any of us can put ourselves in that position. Again, I'm almost 58, but I remember being on a college campus and I was the first generation to go to college, so I didn't have anybody in my family that was a part of a Greek letter organization. But the women I saw on my campus who exemplified and embodied the things that I sought to be were the members of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. And I saw them doing stellar things not only on campus, but, of course, made me want to do more research. And I'm like, I want to be like that. So that got me. After everything that I've seen, that is what got me. Because, like she said, somebody inspired him. And when you forge this trail, you never think that something that you aspire will end so tragically. So I think it's a bigger question that one must ask ourselves. Because I sat on a panel and I said that there's a school of thought. And I'm not going to say that I didn't have it at some point. That you don't appreciate something that comes to you easily. And one could argue, well, that's kind of jaded view. But is it? Because we see, you have a tendency to appreciate things that you have to work hard for. I use myself as an example. When I went to basic training, that was the first time I'd ever been away from home. I'd never, found myself in such a situation that I got myself into something my mom couldn't get me out of. And for all intents and purposes, that could be considered hazing. Certain aspects, it wasn't, violently, but having me drop doing push-ups or having me standing in the front leaning rest position for, until the drill sergeants got tired. It could be considered hazing when I went to officer candidate school. It could be considered hazing aspects of ROTC. I wasn't in the band, but I've heard that happens too. My husband was in football, in high school and college, and he said that there was a form of that went on with the newbies. And again, the justification is to earn your spot. Because again, the school of thought is that you don't appreciate what comes to you easily. And you have a tendency to be much more appreciative when you have overcome the obstacles to get to. As I was saying, when you've overcome the obstacles to attain or reach a certain goal. But I think where we are now is that we have to determine what avenue supports working hard for something and appreciating that something without putting somebody's life at risk to attain that something. Because for everything that has happened that resulted in that young man's death and other people who have lost their lives, it is the antithesis of what these organizations were founded upon. So I don't regret my decision. I don't. The woman I aspired to be would be the woman that I would become. And they had a hand in that. And the woman I became was someone that other people aspired to be. And I'm humbled by that. But we do have to figure out a way, again. Not only figure out a way because we know the way, but we have to ensure that we enforce the way. Those are my thoughts. What are yours? Take that with you.